Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So we are currently in Hanoi. We have just come from Vietnam. I didn't record much of Vietnam. We honestly needed a couple days just to relax and kind of recuperate before coming to Vietnam because it's going to be quite full on. So I hope that's okay. We didn't actually do much in Vietnam. We saw a couple temples and we honestly just sat in cafes catching up on stuff. Now these vlogs you're probably are thinking, why was Sam taking ages to come out? We've had issues. Wi-Fi has not been the greatest, but also my external hard drive has also decided to pack in, which is not ideal because I don't have the space to store all my videos and load them. But anyway, without further ado, let's go on with the intro. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe down below. You don't want to miss a thing. We are definitely experiencing lots of things that you need to hear about, I think. And make sure you give this video a massive thumbs up. Apart from that, let's get on with the video. So now it's going to be a little bit of a story time. We have only pretty much just woken up and it is 20 to 11. So I thought I'd just get the intro done out the way so then I can just get on with the video in Hanoi. So as I was saying, yeah, bit of a story time. I'm going to tell you how not to cross a Vietnam border. We had a lot of trouble and this was all because of my own mistake and it could have been so easily avoided. So we had a night flight from 8 p.m. and it was only like 45-minute flight to Hanoi. We arrived 45 minutes early, which was great. I thought, that's great, we can get to the hotel, get settled in. Once we were about to cross the border at immigration, I did notice on my visa that I had the wrong date literally just before I was going to go up to the counter, and I just thought, oh crap. So I had bought me and Finn's e-visa probably a month ago, just to be on the safe side, and for some reason I put the wrong date. I put the 8th of the 6th instead of the 6th of the 6th. I don't know how I did this because on all my booking.com stuff it says the 6th to the 8th in Hanoi. Even in my book it says from the 6th to the 8th. I don't know why I put the 8th. But anyway, that's what happened, and they basically said we can't let you through on this visa because it's only valid from the 8th of June, not the 6th. So they took us over to the visa area where you can buy a visa, and they said, right, if you could just wait over there and we're going to see what we can do. So me and Finn sat there for an hour waiting, and remember this is a late flight, so at this point it was nearly 10:30 in the evening. So Finn went over and it was a little bit confusing on understanding what they were saying, so I then went over and we were kind of using Google Translate to communicate. Basically, they first said we could go in on a 15-day visa, but then we're going to have to leave the country and go back in. That's originally what they were saying. But then again, he told us to sit down. And then when we got called back up, he basically said that his bosses said if we waited till midnight, we would then be granted our visa a day early. So we're very lucky that they were able to do that for us. I'm sure if you were at a land border it would have been a bit more difficult, just from what I've heard. But yeah, we were super lucky that they'd let us in a day early. So we waited until midnight. They even let us phone the hotel to say, like, look, we said we'd be there at like 10, we're actually going to be there at like 1 a.m. and they were great, absolutely fine about it. So I waited till midnight, went up and they took us through the border. I was then also worried because Finn went first and Finn's passport photo is quite outdated, yeah. He's very young in it, and he first, you could see him, he was like, is this you? And I just thought, we both thought, please just not now, we've been let through every other country absolutely fine. Anyway, we let us through. We then got a taxi to our hotel. We basically went to a currency exchange counter, and originally I was going to exchange some of the leftover Lao kip I had, but she said the exchange rate is better in the city, so do it there. And then she helped us book a taxi. which was 400,000 dong, which is about £13, but the airport is about 45 minutes from the centre of Hanoi. So what can we learn from this? On your visas, please make sure you put the right date when going into Vietnam. Otherwise you're gonna have trouble like we did. We were just lucky they were really actually great at sorting it. I think that's the main thing. Just make sure everything on your visa is correct before going through. No one else had this problem, it was just us. And I will definitely learn from this mistake. It was, I don't know how I put the wrong date, but there we go. Yeah, but so we're in Hanoi for today. We leave tomorrow morning at 8 AM to go to Halong Bay, so we've mainly only got a day here. We do come back after Halong Bay for a night, so we might be able to do a little bit more, but hopefully this video will be interesting for you all. I'm really excited to start the Vietnam vlogs. I've been waiting. I'm just really excited about Vietnam. I've heard so many good things. I will say as well, the guys at the hotel were really nice actually. We also actually need to go find a SIM card this morning. We can get one in the hotel, but I don't know how. I'm not sure if it's going to be cheaper in the city, so I think that's another thing we need to sort out. So it's going to be a jam-packed day. But yeah, let's go and see her. So it's going to be super noisy in the background, but a little update. We have just come for some brunch. It's nearly 12:30. We just tried to get some... It's 12:30. It is exactly 12:30. I managed to get a SIM card. Finn's we're just going to have to get when we go back to the hotel. But just ordering another one for him, but that was super easy. $10 each, 4 gigabytes a day. We couldn't really complain. But I mean, we had coverage straight away. We've also actually been upgraded in our room. We heard quite a lot of noise this morning from the music, which was obviously just downstairs, and the speakers were right by our room. So it woke us up at like 7 AM. So that wasn't ideal, but they've actually upgraded us for free, and they were super helpful and super nice. So yeah, we're at a place called Lifted. We're just gonna get a bit of food and then we'll go exploring. It's hot and it's noisy and everyone beeps. It was quite funny. Yeah. So Finn's ecstatic because he's got mints now.
Got some mints.
Obviously shopping here is much easier than in Laos. We have said we prefer the vibe already here than in Laos. The people are really nice. We just went to get some water and a couple of drinks because we're already
baking
hot and we need to make sure we keep drinking.
like a sun-dried tomato.
So now we're just walking to the Vietnamese Women's Museum. I saw a lot of people recommend it. So it's like a 15-minute walk from where we were. Brunch was good. A little bit more on the expensive side, but we're in a major city, so you kind of got to expect that. But yeah, we were in the shop just then, and I don't know, just quite funny, we were laughing, and just they all seemed quite happy actually. So far, our thoughts on Vietnam. I mean, this is only one city, is that we like it so far, feel a bit more comfortable, and yeah, just got a good vibe. As we're walking, we're just going by the lake. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Hiem...
It's a lake.
Lake or something?
So it's called a lake.
It's called a lake. That's really cold, Finn. So drinks, he's putting it up against my leg. So yes, we're gonna walk past there to the museum and take our malaria tablets before we forget. So let's go do that now. Here we are. So this is the Vietnamese Women's Museum. I saw it was quite recommended to come, so let's have a look inside.
Okay, so obviously Finn got me a job in agriculture, and I had to learn about maintenance. Now he's asking me what size I reckon these spanners are.
And then he's trying to tell me that
The middle
one is like an 18.
No, I said it's no bigger than a 16.
It's too small to be 16.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's probably about 15.
Should we go ask someone?
15 and a 4.
I reckon Jaden should know. Huh?
Jaden won't know.
So that floor was the best. We learned a lot about the Vietnam War, and that is one of the things we definitely wanted to learn about coming here, is about the Vietnam War, and just learning about the history of the country, because there's so much history in Vietnam, and just want to make sure we learn and understand and respect what's happened here.
So this is the last floor that Finn I don't think will like, but this is women's fashion.
So, a bit of an update. We couldn't go to the Mausoleum. Basically, we didn't realise, but we know now, and we're going to go when we come back. You have to cover your shoulders when you're going anywhere to do with like war. We met another English couple from Birmingham who, exact same, we didn't realise either. So we got a grab with them. And we've just come to the Note Cafe, which is like one of the things to do when you're in Hanoi. No one knows, today is the day where West Ham is in a final in like 30 years or something like that, and this is the first note we see. You can see behind me, it's so cool. This is the first note we see.
If you don't know, West Ham's also known as the Irons or the Hammers, so that's for you, Dad. Yeah, super cool.
Got a smoothie. I know the thing is to get an egg coffee, but it's so hot. I've got pineapple juice. I'm just gonna write some notes and put them in the wall.
Say Mum, Dad, for me and Finn, we've written a note for you guys. All the way up there, we've got another one. Finn's written one. And this is one that we put, Finn wrote for his mum and dad and family. Yeah, so many notes in here to see. There are some fairly questionable ones as well.
So we've been out for about 4 hours. We just come back to the hotel. My phone was running out of charge. I think we just need to recoup a little bit. I'll just show you our hotel room. So as I said, we did get a free upgrade for the night. Very, very grateful for that. So here is our upgraded room. Obviously ignore our bags everywhere. Really nice. The other one had really low ceilings. So this is a bit easier for Finn because he couldn't really stand up very well.
I couldn't stand up at all. I couldn't stand up well, I couldn't stand up.
And then this is the bathroom. Hello. And actually, there's a door because in most of them, it's just a wet room, so that's a little bit better as well.
It is so busy. The town is ridiculous. Like even walking anywhere, and it's quite overwhelming. I'd say walking around here is a bit more overwhelming than like Bangkok, just by how busy it is. And there's beeping everywhere. They beep balls for fun, I swear. Anyway, we've come to a restaurant. We got Finn a SIM card, and then we're now at a restaurant. I'll get the name of it. It was rated really highly on Google. It was like 4.9 stars out of 3,000 reviews or something. It's called the Vietnmanese restaurant and vegetarian. As I said, we had really highly rated food. We've had a lot of Western food, so we wanted to have some Vietnamese. Finn's got some crispy chicken with sweet and sour. I've got beef fried rice, and we've got some spring rolls as well. It's a bit more Asian cuisine tonight. Yeah, I think we're both tired. We've had really bad sleep, so looking forward to hopefully a good sleep tonight. But yeah, firstly, enjoy some food.
First things first, watch the rest of our vlogs. You know, we love spring rolls, so some vegetable spring rolls. Looking good. Finn's has come. He's got focuses. Finn's got sweet and sour chicken and rice, and it actually tastes really good. Really nice. I've got beef fried rice. that is Hanoi again. We arrived just like less than half an hour ago, checked into our hotel, and now we're just coming straight out. So first things first, Finn wants to look out. We passed a really nice like fancy store that looked a little bit like Harrods. So we're gonna look in there. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go to the train street because apparently it should be good at night / the evening. It's very humid. We're just passing the lake now. Yeah, just after being in Hanoi for 2 days, you forget how crazy it is because it is a mad city. So loud. So we're in the shopping mall. It said like the N Plaza or something, and it smells amazing in here, which is very random, very cool. So we'll just have a little look around. It's just a big shopping mall, I think, just where all the luxury is. Dolce & Gabbana and stuff, yeah. So here is the famous train street.
A lot of people are allowed to walk down there then.
Welcome to Vietnam. It's absolutely mental. It's very loud, but I'll put on the screen right now what this park is called, but it actually seems like a really nice park. It looks nicer than the Lumpini Park in Bangkok. Loads of people run in and walking around there. Little bridges, train goes through here. Yeah, this is much nicer than Bangkok actually. We decided against, well, Finn has decided against getting an external hard drive here, which makes complete sense. Like, it's very risky buying one from here and having no backup of like warranty, like we did with my one. So when we go back to New Zealand, we'll be able to go and go to Noel Leeming and basically say that my hard drive is broken after 6 months. We're also going to get in touch with Apple and see if that solves the problem, but I think we're sorted for now. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We're just gonna walk a little bit, see if we can get the price of a Grab down, but to be fair, we could just go in the park and walk around there and have a little nice walk around there. Here we go, we're walking around the park and the lake. It's actually really nice. Everybody seems to be out doing it. Even though it's super hot, it is a bit cooler than it was yesterday and the day before. People fishing as well. Finally made it to the old quarter just as the sun is going down. We are very hot and sweaty. We're 10 minutes away, but yeah, we decided to walk the whole way. So for dinner tonight we have gone a little bit westernised. We have come to a pizza place. I think Finn was just finding it too much that she walked down a street and you have about 5 people jump out trying to get you to go to their restaurant. This was fine. I found it on Google, had really good ratings, and we did fancy a bit of Western food. So that is what we are having tonight. We have just booked our trains tomorrow to go to Ninh Binh, and then tonight we can have a bit of a chill, but tomorrow we will go to the Mausoleum before we check out and go to the train station. These look super good actually. Like, I think this will hit the spot. We both fancied like a bit of pizza. So good morning everybody. Today we have gone to Ho Chi Minh's Mausoleum. This is our last stop before we go to Ninh Binh. It is chaotic, it's a Saturday, it's so busy and it's a bit overwhelming, I won't lie, but Finn has said, and I agree, like, we're not going to come here again, so we might as well see it now, and someone did recommend us to go and see it. So I'm going to be respectful because obviously it's a place of rest. So I will let you know what it's like after we go in and see it. A bit of a late update everybody, but this is the end of the Hanoi vlog. Basically we arrived last night to Ninh Binh. I couldn't video anything on the train, to be honest. It was quite crowded and I ended up having someone shout at me because apparently I was in their seat, but I wasn't in their seat, I was in the right seat, so it was a little bit madness. But I was by kids and stuff, so I didn't want to video anything. But yeah, so Hanoi was super busy, super crazy, but I definitely think it's worth visiting. And the mausoleum was definitely like an experience. Someone recommended it to us to go, and it was definitely an odd experience, but also it's nice to learn a bit more about the history of Vietnam, and that's something that we both want to do throughout our time going down Vietnam, is to learn more about the history of the country, because there's so much history. So yeah, that was super interesting, and it was a very odd experience, but I definitely think it's worth it. And then yeah, we got into Ninh Bình yesterday after the train. The train was fine, it was about 2.5 hours. The bus probably would have been a bit more comfortable, but I've just read reviews that sometimes you're waiting an extra hour because they wait for the bus to fill up before you go, and it was just easier because you know the train is just going to go on time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below for the rest of the Vietnam videos, and apart from that, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.